Today we're going to talk about the city with the most beautiful sunsets in the world. This town is virtually overflowing with history, pushing out into the Adriatic and taking in one of the most breathtaking sunsets in the world. This tiny point of land is nearly surrounded by stone walls and has more old churches than you can visit in one trip. The city combines trendy bars, top-notch museums, and fantastic transportation options to other adjacent islands. Its old town is a great location to unwind thanks to its cutting-edge art pieces. Everyone can find something to appreciate on a list of things to do here. Boastful of sunsets, this city is fun, amiable, and full of life. So let's talk about the top 5 things that you can do in Zadar, the city with the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Number 5, the beauty of the Croatia National Park. Between Šibenik and Zadar, there lies a stunning archipelago that has stunning coastlines, lovely flora and fauna, and some excellent sightseeing options. Croatia Islands National Park consists of 109 mostly uninhabited islands, islets, reefs, and rugged rocks that are strewn like gems over an area of 224 square kilometers. When George Bernard Shaw visited the island, he wrote, "On the last day of the creation, God desired to crown his work and thus created the Croatia Islands out of tears, stars, and breath." The coasts of the Croatia Islands are distinctive and spectacular due to the sheer cliffs, or crowns. Even with the addition of a few more elements, the island's stark, almost lunar charm remains mesmerizing. It is a haven for sailors. There are plenty of things that you can do here. The diving is superb as the waters surrounding the islands are part of the protected national park region. The seascape of caverns, tunnels, and walls created by the sea cliffs is home to a staggering array of sponges, crustaceans, and vibrant small and medium-sized fish. It's important to dive in a coordinated group with all the required diving licenses. Since most of the island's terrain is privately owned, you can hike around here staying on routes and trails. On the islands of Tradisa and Panitula, 2 educational paths chronicle the history of human habitation and explain the distinctive history and geology of the area in a series of labeled panels. On the island of Kornat, you can climb Metlina with a more challenging hike. Everything is worthwhile because of the stunning views of the entire archipelago. There are many wonderful opportunities to spot wildlife in the calm seas while snorkeling here, which is particularly amazing. Keep an eye out for stunning schools of fish and some amazing coral colonies. Enjoy your time here surrounded by nature, but be careful, you might want to go back soon. Number 4, visit the Museum of Ancient Glass. Croatia is rich in Roman history, and many of the glass artifacts found during excavations are now on display at this modern museum. The Museum of Ancient Glass is a fascinating and instructive destination to visit with a lot to offer. It is home to an incredible collection that explores a wide spectrum of Roman glassware. The museum is housed in the magnificent Cosmosendi Palace and boasts some breathtaking views of Jazine Harbor. It is worth visiting to see its thoughtful exhibits. The displays are fascinating to browse through, and you can even see glass-blowing demonstrations. The modern display showcases drinking glasses, a cup for mass, jars, and exquisite small vials used to hold everything from skin creams to medicines and more. The variety of items on show are all entrancing in their elegance and design, and it is fascinating to see glassware being made. The museum also has an ornate souvenir shop where you can purchase publications and upscale items that were handcrafted at the museum's glass studios from copies of authentic ancient glass artifacts. It contains a permanent exhibit as well as a charming glass studio where replicas of historic glass artifacts are hand-blown. You'd certainly enjoy your time here. Number 3, try rafting at Zrmanja River. Rafting the Zrmanja River is safe and simple enough for beginners, but the scenery also adds a lot of excitement. Additionally, the Krupa and Zrmanja rivers are among Europe's most stunning because of the crystal clear, warm water and the breathtaking canyon and waterfalls. If you enjoy nature, you must see this remarkable setting. You can take in the breathtaking scenery of the canyon whether you travel by boat, raft, or just sit back and unwind in a local's house. You will see numerous fish and birds along the journey, as well as classic karst phenomena like living travertine waterfalls. Just 1 hour from Zadar, you'd start your journey. As you cautiously approach the canyon, you will rapidly pick up paddling techniques. You will visit the stunning Krupa waterfalls and swim right up to them after the first hour of gentle, rapid paddling. If you keep going down Zrmanja, you'll also see waterfalls and rapids. You won't need prior experience to enjoy rafting across the river. And if you are an experienced rafter, you will still find it even more enjoyable. You will come across more difficult rapids and drops in addition to the aforementioned stunning landscape, which will give you the needed adrenaline boost. It will indeed be a scenic route. Number 2, marvel at the sea organ and greeting to the sun. The sea organ, unquestionably one of Zadar's most well-known spots, is a fantastical wonder with a good dose of science. This amazing building, which is close to the boat dock, transforms the crashing waves into a singular symphony. A hauntingly lovely melody is produced as the wind and water flow through the pipes cut into the building. The melody changes with the tides, bringing about a surreal experience. You can spend some time here listening to this intriguing creation in action while you meander along the shore, taking in the stunning Adriatic as a backdrop. And not just that, the beachfront in Zadar, which overlooks the Adriatic, is a wonderful sight to watch the sunset. The ideal scene is further enhanced by Nicola Basic's imaginative Greeting to the Sun installation. The installation, which has a circular design, harnesses the sun's energy during the day and transforms it into a stunning show of swirling patterns and colors at night, illuminating the shoreline. Exploring the installation, which is buried in the earth, is a spellbinding experience. The names of the nearby churches are written all around the solar system-themed circle. The Greeting to the Sun, which sits immediately adjacent to the sea organ, undoubtedly adds something special to a trip to Zadar's shoreline. Number 1, visit the city walls and gates. Without exploring Zadar's majestic medieval city walls and gates, your trip would feel incomplete. Due to the excellent defense system that the Venetians built in the 1500s, Zadar has the distinction of never having fallen to the Ottomans. The land gate and sea gate are the only two original gates that interrupt the seamless white limestone curtain that still surrounds and protects much of the city. The land gate is just as impressive now as it must have been more than 500 years ago. The Venetian emblem, the Lion of St. Mark, still stands proudly above the entranceway and resembles a Roman triumphal arch. It is a great ensemble that exemplifies the finest military design from the 16th century as developed by Venetian architects. The sea gate is a little more subdued and is near the ferry dock. It was constructed to commemorate the naval victory of the Holy League over the Ottoman Empire at Lepanto. In the entire Republic of Venice, Zadar's city fortress was the biggest. The city was never overtaken by the Turks thanks to its defenses, which helped it to maintain much of its independence. Even though the walls are now mostly gone, they may still be seen from the Liburnska Obala side of the old town. Your earliest memory of Zadar, Croatia will be breathtaking. Sitting next to the deep blue Adriatic Sea with lovely mountains in the distance waving at you. It is impossible to get bored in Zadar because of its rich history and vibrant cultural imagery. What excites you the most about Zadar, and when do you plan on visiting it? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, where to next?